What's up guys, I'm your host AJ, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. In today's video, I'm gonna go through exactly how I was able to double my profits. Yes, double my profits on Airbnb in 1 month. But before we get into content, if you could hit that like button for me for the YouTube algorithm, I would be forever grateful. It really does help as I'm trying to grow this channel to get more people to watch my videos, as well as allow me to continue to create content like this. So in February, I celebrated my 8th month of being live with my first listing on Airbnb. That listing is up in Blue Ridge in Northern Georgia. And from day one, we've been profitable on that property, pulling in around $1,400 on average in profit. But now I've just got done doing February's numbers and things are hot, man.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
And what I mean by that is I've almost doubled my profit since January. Now I'll get into the exact numbers at the end of this video, but let's go through a couple of the processes that I put in place to get there. Now, a couple of months ago, when I was looking at my numbers, I just kept thinking to myself, I think I can do better with this property. Even though I was making great money, I had great reviews, my guests were happy, I still felt like there was a couple of different things that I could optimize to hopefully be able to increase that profit a little bit. Now, when I'm thinking about optimizing, I first started with my listing, right? That's one of the easier things to optimize. Is my description clear? Does my title make sense? And does it actually grab people's attention? Are my photos looking good? How do my reviews look on my page? Are there things that I'm actually missing that Airbnb allows me to fill out that I haven't filled out? I went over all of this, and really it came down to, I think my listing is pretty optimized. So then I looked at the property itself. Were there things about my property that guests weren't happy with? I looked through all of my reviews. Is there something that I could add to the cabin so that I could actually charge more? Is there something that the cabin's missing? And I found out that there really wasn't anything. All of my guests have been extremely satisfied and they've loved the place. But then I found two key things that have made all of the difference. So first, I kept coming back to my costs. And here's a screenshot of my expenses on a normal month where I'm making around $1,400. And when it comes to my mortgage, that is usually around 35% of my total expenses. Then my cleaning makes up about 42% of my expenses, and that I basically pass on to my guest. But then I started to look further. My gas bill, on average, is costing me around 11% of my total expenses, which is almost 3 times as much as what I'm paying for my electricity. Well, Alex, gas is expensive. It's probably expensive to heat your property. But there's only one thing I use gas for in my cabin, my propane fireplace. That's it. And it's costing me anywhere from $90 to $350 every single month. So to fix this problem once and for all and stop spending upwards of $400 a month on gas, I've replaced my propane fireplace with an electric one. People have actually commented that they really like it and they love the fact that there's a little remote and they can turn it on and off whenever they want.
We have technology.
And because I invested 40 minutes in changing out that fireplace, plus the $130, $140 that I spent on the fireplace, it's going to save me over $2,000 a year. Now, the second strategy, and I've talked about it before on this channel, but this is where it actually came to fruition, was optimally pricing my listing. Now, remember a couple of months ago when I told you that I had started using Price Labs, but I was already booked a couple of months into the future, so I wouldn't see those results? Well, those results came in and they have been fantastic. And it turns out my pricing was way too low. After I implemented Price Labs, yes, I wasn't booked so far out into the future, but I was still fully booked. But instead, my average daily rate went from around $110 per night to $150 per night. I know you guys love the spreadsheets, so let's jump into my spreadsheet and check out the actual results. So in the month of February, it's a shorter month. I didn't have as many turnovers as I normally do. I had $940 in cleaning fees. I had about $60 in internet expenses. Garbage was around $38. And here's the key. I had no gas expenses in the month of February. Electricity was a little bit higher at around $176. And of course, software was $20.99, which is how much I pay for Price Labs. So it's a pretty good ROI.
That's a good deal. Give me that deal.
Again, my mortgage is $1,209. And finally, I had a couple of other expenses. So my total expenses were $2,763.92. So my total revenue, again, after I began to raise my prices by using more optimized prices, that revenue raised to $5,488. And then if we look at that total profit, which is our revenue minus our expenses, that was $2,724, which is almost double what I made in January. And remember, my goal that I wanna be at for every single month is around $1,400, and I almost doubled that. So guys, moral of the story, it's not enough just to accept where you are and be okay with it. Always be looking for opportunities to optimize your Airbnb, especially when it comes to pricing, how you manage your expenses, as well as the amenities that you provide. What have you done recently to optimize your profit for your Airbnb? Is it price software? Is it something else? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, if you're new here, this channel is basically dedicated to all things Airbnb. So I'm sure there's other topics that you'd be interested in. In fact, I think you're really gonna like this topic. This channel is basically fully delicate. This channel is delicate.